Welcome back, everyone. My name is John Burgundy, and this is Channel 4 News. Today is the Mississippi Baseball State Playoffs, 1 through 6A. Teams are gearing up to get ready to secure the ring this year, but there's some controversy surrounding the 1A portion of it. People are not mad that their team didn't make it like usual. They're mad about the types of teams that made it this year. And with that, I'm going to kick it off to our reporter in the field, Champ Kine. Champ?
Thanks, John. Now, baseball in Mississippi is one of the most competitive sports out of all that are offered. Now, each high school is broken up into two different types. You have public school and you have private school. And each of those are broke up into 6 different classifications, 1A through 6A. 1A being the smallest, of course, 6A being the largest. Now, to get to the state playoffs, all you have to do is to beat all the other teams in your classification, so just 1A. Now, the controversy surrounding it is that public and private schools play in the same classifications. Now, I'm on the scene at a local high school, and I've been talking to parents and players and coaches all day, asking them why this is such a big controversy. And I think I've figured it out. See, public schools are allowed to get players that go to their school district or that play in their district, so they can get the players from a certain region. And because of this, public schools are limited by the number of people there. That's why they're put in the 1A classification. And mostly competition is a lot worse or a lot more competitive in 1A. Now, private schools can do something which is called recruiting. Now, they can't recruit like colleges can, which means they can't go to players or their parents and say, hey, we would love for your son or daughter to come play for us. But what they can do is they can recruit as a school. So they can go to a parent or a player and say, hey, we would love for you to come to our school, and if you play a sport, we will waive the fee to come. So what this means is public schools don't have boundaries. They can recruit players from out of the county, out of the district, or even out of state. As long as this person goes to a private school, they can play for this private school. Now, of course, this is a lot of controversy, and I talked to a lot of coaches and got their spill on it, and I have a couple of the comments right here. Now, I asked the coaches, what would you do to change the current system, or would you? And here's a couple of the comments. The first one says, I don't care what happened, as long as those bleeps are out of here. Now, we, of course, bleeped out the cuss words. And another one says, I don't know why we don't just adopt a plan, kind of like the ones they do in other states. And then I continued to ask him what other states do, and he told me other states have a system where if a public school plays other public schools, but a private school, if you're in 1A and you're recruit and you're the size of a 1A school, they bump you up to competition in 3A. And this helps offset the number of people they can recruit and also gives them a better competition and that kind of thing. And they have a lot less controversy over there. Now I went back at our record books, and the public school people have a reason. 1 out of the 2 people who've played in the last 5 years for the championship have been private schools. Now, this has been a deal for a long time, and it's been this way forever. And there's a petition going around that has over 10,000 signatures right now, and it's getting a lot of national attention. Now, I got to sit down with a MLB All-Star last week, Alex Rodriguez, and I asked him his take on it. And the main question was, now, you've heard the Mississippi complex, I know. Do you think there should be a change, or do you think people are just complaining? And he had a lot to say on that. But on this little clip I'm going to show you next, I asked him, I said, Alex, do you think it's fair that public and private schools get to play together without any kind of bump? And here's what he said.
No.
Well, there you have it, folks. If Alex Rodriguez, better known as A-Rod, the man famously engaged to Jennifer Lopez, says that it should change, and I guess it should change. And that's all we have today, folks. Stay classy, Starkville.